Oh, shalom, my friends. Shalom, my enemies. This is your old pal, Rabbi Sol Solomon, founder and spiritual leader of Temple Sons of Bitches in Great Neck, New York. And don't cry for me, Argentina. No, we're not crying about Argentina because we have an Argentinian with us. His name is Bruno. Is it Giraldi? Giraldi? How do you pronounce it there?
Oh yeah, Giraldi, it's the way I would prefer.
Giraldi, Bruno Giraldi, born in Argentina, but he's here in a real country now because he's become an actor and a cabaret singer and artist. He's done roles in theater and TV. He even very recently played a creepy guy in a Mitski video. So I'm going to ask him a little bit about that. Bart Greenberg of Cabaret Scenes wrote that this man here, Bruno Giraldi, is, quote, an explosive presence and an exciting personality who connects with his audience. His show is weird, but it's a good kind of weird. And that show he's going to be doing tonight, August 15th, is called Love or Death, which is a really inviting title for a cabaret evening. And it's at Don't Tell Mama over on West 46th Street. So before anything else, shalom to you, Bruno, and welcome to the neighborhood. How are you?
Good, I'm good. Thank you for having me, Dave. Thank you.
Well, I'm Rabbi Sol. Dave is the
Right,
producer of this show. Yeah. And by the way, just FYI, and just to piss you off, both Dave and I are staunch Zionists. So I just want to go. So when we were getting this man on the air and he was checking, he's like, "Oh, I was looking at your website. Are you? Do you think you might be Zionist? Because I'm not." And I was like, "Yes, I am. So I'm going to attack you mercilessly." But before we get to that, how long did you live in Argentina?
Well, most of my life until I was 30 when I moved here. So yeah, it's of
Oh,
course since I was born. Yeah.
so it wasn't like your parents were, where you moved at 18 so why did you make that decision? Was it the Argentine economy, or you just wanted to try your luck as an actor, or what?
Both. I had always dreamed of, I mean, the Hollywood had brainwashed me and like all my generation, so I wanted
Hollywood
to
is run by Jews. Just so
exactly
in case I want
exactly
you to be clear on that. Yes. So Hollywood
yeah.
brainwashed you.
I always had the dream of making my career here. Also, there are more opportunities as a performer here than in Argentina, and yeah, so it was a little bit of both things. Yeah,
All
mixed.
right. So what were you doing for 30 years in Argentina? Were you acting there, or did you have a day job, or what did you do?
I had, in Argentina, I did more stage acting than here. Here, I feel like the stage, they segregate you a lot if you have an accent for the stage. However, here I have more jobs on TV, which didn't happen. That only happened to me once in Argentina, because in on TV, they always cast me for either the kidnapper or the
The
whatever.
terrorist? Yeah.
Exactly, the terrorist, a felon, whatever you name it. So, but these are good experiences for me because, first of all, of the camera, but also it's good because of the I I do I apply the Stanislavski's method. So I always try to humanize these roles, and even these persons are bad guys because these are all crime series or something like that. I put my own ingredient there of to humanize
Well,
them.
give us a little for people who are non-theater people, like the method, the Stanislavski, and then making somebody more human. I mean, what really goes into that? What does that even mean?
It means not to judge the role, not just to incarnate the role and accept whatever we think that person is in bad or good terms to be ourselves. I think that one thing you and I must agree on is that we are not on behalf of Hitler, right?
Yeah, no, I'm not a fan. Not a fan. Good
Exactly.
public speaker, cute mustache. Otherwise, not one of my favorite people. Yeah.
But you see, but you could still interpret Hitler on the stage because you already found something that is good about him, a good public speaker. So if you get something like that, is already powerful to humanize a person. I mean, you gave a perfect example, but another example could be, I don't know, like something you make up, such as he was a wonderful uncle with whoever. I'm just
He
making
was
this
a
up. I
terrific
don't know.
painter. He could do a house in 1 hour, two coats. So yeah.
Exactly. Because if we just put whoever we disagree with or we don't like or we think it's that has done inhuman things, if we just put it like out there, we judging it, we don't we as humans and as actors we don't accept that bad thing about ourselves, and it becomes a caricature. What do we
Right,
do?
right.
And no, this is a person who did something terrible, that couldn't be that is
But if you were to
that
play
leaves
Hitler, you have to get inside him and find something to like about him.
yeah,
Like in quotes, but yeah. I mean, I
yeah,
kind of get that. Yeah.
yeah, like he didn't get there in power by himself. He was voted by many people, so many people felt reflected in him. Like they are feel reflected in Trump, like they feel reflected in Milei in Argentina, that is the current president of Argentina. So it's this is not
Yeah.
this is that's what it's the method is it has to do with dividing the text. I mean, it's a lot of things. It's more complex than this, but dividing the text in beats, and as Marx did, like he divided history in the, help me with this in English, like historical materialism, historic
Are you talking about
materialism.
Groucho Marx? Because
No,
because his
no,
jokes were very
no,
significant
Karl
piece. Yeah.
Marx.
But I'm certainly no. I'm not I am a Groucho Marxist, not the other kind. I assume you are. I assume
Yeah,
you're pretty left wing ish. Is one of the reasons you left
yeah.
Argentina because Milei is so right wing, or this was long before he came in?
I left Argentina because, well, yeah, okay, yeah, that was the other thing that you asked me and I didn't answer. There was another president who was rightist. His name is Macri, and yes, I left when Macri came to power. That was many years ago. So yeah, Milei wasn't there yet.
Well, okay, yeah.
Yeah, but well, the point is that for Stanislavski is to divide the text and to understand that we all have moments, like in history we can be divided in moments. So to incarnate the role, divided those moments in order to giving them actions. That's basically, and actions, it doesn't mean physical actions, but it could be emotional actions and so back and so forth. But I don't want to get too
No,
technical.
but this man has studied a lot in places like T. Schreiber, who was
Yeah,
on this program many years ago, Stella Adler Studios, HB. So you
yeah.
really went through deep when you came to America to study these things. So is American acting very different from Argentine performance?
No, no. In Argentina, we are like a branch of the United States culturally. So that's why I'm telling you that it was
Sure, yeah.
brainwashed. And my guide, my teacher, the one who changed my life. His name is Norman Brisky. He's Jewish. He's not a yeah, but he's not a Zionist. He's also on my side, uh, and he taught me about Stanislavski. And yeah, when I came here, I said in all these places where you have this plagiarism. Not T. Schreiber, Mr. Terry was very honest about it. He said, we all do Stanislavski, all the rest are plagiarisms. And I adopted that because there is not Uta Hagen method. There is not a Stella Adler or Elise Strasberg method. These are all versions of Stanislavski.
Yeah.
And yeah, basically that's what I do. And humanizing is something that in the movies Brando started like doing. That is with Stanley Kowalski in Street Named Desire, in which he was this violent man. He found the way, the tenderness in him, and to make him human. And well, until today, that you have Devil Wears Prada, the Joker, etc.
Oh, yeah, no, let me ask you, what are some of the shows that you did when you were acting in theater in Argentina? Were they American plays and musicals, or were they specifically homegrown productions?
I hate musicals. I hate watching musicals, but I like doing them. I very much enjoy doing them because I sing and I act. But I don't like watching them. I don't enjoy them at all. I like straight acting. I like drama, and what I've done mostly is drama in Argentina on the stage, Waiting for Godot, Richard III. I did a version of Richard III here as well. That is what was a version because it's Richard, so the three.
And you filmed that. You made a short movie of that, didn't you?
Exactly, during the pandemic, yeah, and then we did it. We did it after the pandemic, when the pandemic ended.
Well, what was different? What was special about your Richard III?
That the author, the playwright of that version was tried to write a truer version of the real Richard III, not what Shakespeare wrote, because the real Richard III, there is a Richard III society. He's loved in his country, and he's not he wasn't he didn't have a hunch. Shakespeare created the caricature, the foundation for the evil guy, with Richard III. And yeah, this was a truer version. What he did for the people, he worked for the people with his kingdom. He wasn't he didn't like ornaments. He was a very simple king, and he was more than a king, a warrior. He liked to be in war, and he was, I think, the last king to die in a battlefield, if my memory doesn't fail.
Okay.
So yeah, it was in many ways the opposite of, and there is no evidence at all. It's not true that he killed his his nephews and nieces and things like that. All that didn't happen.
So in your version of, well, your movie is a short movie. Is your Richard III on stage the full Richard, but through a different lens? Is not Shakespeare at all? Yeah.
There is some Shakespeare blended there, but I don't know. Now is the winter of our discontent. That opening monologue is there, not in the opening scene, but is twisted with this point of view.
Now, speaking of point of view, you're doing a cabaret show that, a lot of cabaret is like Autumn in New York. Yours is like Love or Death. Love, okay, love or death. And apparently you blend not just American song and popular song, but you put like philosophy and Nietzsche, whatever the hell in. What is your cabaret show that you're doing this evening, Saturday night at Don't Tell Mama?
Because first, the honest answer would be because I am all that. We were when we were talking about this thing about Zionism and off camera and all that. I told you that I have friends with who I argue and everything that are Zionists. One of them, she.
Some of your best friends are Jewish. I get it. Yeah.
No, not Jewish. Zionist. She was in. She worked in Richard III, and all these things. I'm not narrow-minded. I don't say because I don't know, a song could be shallow or something like that, I'm not going to do it. No, I also feel like I'm shallow, so I put a song that could be phony or something out there. I feel that I'm everything, all the good things and all the bad things that are in the world. Um, I don't want to. I don't feel like I'm special, or I don't even want to pursue being special. So when I like philosophy, I like reading philosophy a lot. You mentioned Marx. I like Foucault. I like Derrida and all that. But I also like, what I became an actor because of Bette Midler. And exactly. So I love Bette Midler. And she, except for the roles and for the boys, she doesn't have anything, her acting doesn't have to do anything with what I do. She's, and yeah, and that's why, well, I do
What does Bette Midler have to do with do a song of hers in your cabaret show? Or yeah,
I do the rose. Yes, I do the rose.
got it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And what else? What are the other songs that you do in your show?
Yeah, I do Dulcinea from Man of La Mancha. I do The Impossible Dream. I do a very nice version well, I don't know, for me it's nice, of My Heart Will Go On. I Have Nothing, Whitney Houston. What else? I do Resistiré, that is a Spanish song that is kind of a version of I Will Survive. And
you mix all these with readings, as you said, by Jacques Derrida and by who else? What are some of the other? Yeah, if you want to go to a cabaret and hear some philosophy, you'll hear.
Yeah, Derrida, André Comte-Sponville, Émile Cioran, Marx, Nietzsche, Plato. Who else? Yeah, I'm sure. There is some Freud there, that he's not a philosopher, but there are some.
Yeah, we'll let him in. Well, a lot of those people are Jewish. Just I don't know if they were Zionists, but some of them were. Some of them were. Now, now let me ask you also, just because the host of this program, Dave, actually went to Argentina about 30 years ago and met a very well-known actress there named Nacha Guevara. Now, did you know her? Was she a teacher of yours or whatever, or what?
I worked with her in the last play she did, and I went to Argentina 3 years ago. And so, wait, you said that Dave traveled to Argentina 3 years ago?
30 years ago.
Oh, 30. Okay.
25 to 30 years. Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
not 3 years ago. Yeah, she's dead. I think she's not with us anymore, right? Or is she?
Not Chase. No, she's alive. She's 80 something. Oh, yeah,
sorry.
No, yeah, science, and
science.
Exactly. She is the ex-wife of my teacher, of my acting teacher.
Oh, yeah.
So. Because of him, and because I worked here in the United States with people that knew her, I get to work with her, and it was an educational experience, because she's, more than anything else, she's like a teacher. Although she was acting, she teaches. So yeah.
Okay,
she's great.
So also speaking of acting and doing that kind of thing, I did watch the Mitski video. Mitski is a very popular modern artist and very not avant-garde, but she does her thing. And that's a wild frickin' video that you are in. What was that shoot? If you get to see it, what's the name of the song? I didn't write that down.
Where's my phone?
What was that again?
Where's my phone?
Where is my phone? It's shot in this incredible herky-jerky way. And where did they shoot that? They have this amazing house. It looks like somewhere in Eastern Europe. What was that?
Yeah, the house was really cool, and it was in New Jersey. Where everything is just there.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and yeah, the owner of the house had all. I mean, you didn't even see half of the house, because the house inside was pretty cool. They had all this, ornaments, all ornaments. It was full of them. And for the video, they didn't include even like 5% of that. I mean, they only included 5%, sorry, but not the rest. It was, yeah, pretty cool. And she was very nice. She hung out with all of us. So I honestly, I didn't know her,
Okay.
but
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, but yeah.
Okay. Well, by the way, we're talking with Bruno Giraldi, who is going to be doing his show Love or Death at Don't Tell Mama on at 7 o'clock. They open the doors about 45 minutes earlier if you want to get food or have a pish or something like that. 7 o'clock the show starts on Saturday, August 15th for Love, which you've done before. This is not like you're not debuting. You did it at Don't Tell Mama last month, and I think you have another one next month, don't you, or something like that?
I started doing it last year.
Oh, last year. Okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, and the last performance was last month.
So has it changed at all? Do you take away songs, add new songs, or it's set?
No, it's sad. It's even like I am enjoying this year. I'm enjoying it more. I don't know if it because of the hiatus that I had in the middle, but it's like flowing more now.
Oh, good. So what else? Yeah, I mean, you're doing the cabaret show. What else are you acting in? What are you? I guess you're auditioning a lot. What can we see you in, or what you expect to be in?
Well, at the beginning of the year, I was in a musical that was called, it was a new musical, Telenovela Nights, it was called.
Where? Where was that?
It was in, it was a theater in Harlem. I don't recall the name of it. But yeah, it was cool because, we did, I mean, the playwright had Latin songs and also show tunes. There was a storyline. It was fun to do. Like I told you, for me, doing musicals is fun. I like doing it.
You don't like watching them, but you like actually doing. All right, but that's you did telenovela, a couple of months ago. What's on your agenda now or soon?
Yeah, well, I am rehearsing for a play that I can't tell a lot about. I can't disclose, but yes, I am rehearsing a play, and well, I don't. What I tell you, I tell you a confession. I'll confess you something. What I discovered doing Love or Death is the first time that I wrote the whole show, and it's a fictionalized story because it's not just bantering and the songs. There is a
Oh,
story.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. So, in fact, the thesis of the character, I don't like the word character, but to make it simple, of the character is a to me, love is death, and then the show starts from there.
Did you say to be in love is death? Is that what you just said? Or love is death? What did you just say?
To me, I think love is death. That is the line. I think love is death.
All right, or your
Uh,
character thinks so, or you think so personally.
the character, no,
All
the
right, right,
character,
okay.
and then there is a storyline and something happens. But the thing is that what I experienced doing this show that it had never happened to me doing either Waiting for Godot or other Shakespeare or whatever. That has been so grateful for me is that, well, I don't tell Mama. There is a custom that I don't love, but I do it because I feel miserable if I don't do it. That is to greet the people who came to see you at the end.
Oh, it's yeah.
Yeah.
Cabaret people.
So
Yeah, sure.
yeah, and I have done other cabaret shows, but it never happened what is happening to me right now. And this is the best thing that happened to me. That is that people come to share me stories mostly connected with death. And
Sounds like fun. Yeah.
yeah, for me it is because it's something traumatic, and then they are because it's not like they just tell you like I don't know like a gossip. It's just like it's something like they are very moved by what
So
they
they go
see.
for something deep, something heavy happened to include death happened in their life. Were you traumatized, or did you have some sort of trauma in your life that led you to be so about these topics?
Yeah, of course, many. I mean,
Many.
discovery. Yeah, I had many traumas, but I
Like,
like well being born is a great. They say that being born is the greatest trauma that we have
okay, that ticks my
in our
box. I
lives.
was, as far as I know, born on my
Yeah,
own. Yeah.
exactly. Uh, but the discovery of death itself, when you first discover that we are going to die, and our beloved ones are going to die, that's after that there is no going forward. The only thing that suspends, like this is another thinker that I quote in the show, a disbelief is love, and this is said by English poet, uh, the one who talked about poetic faith that now I'm not recalling. But he said you have to suspend this disbelief for a moment, and the way to do it is by being in love, which is not something
So
easy.
love or death. So if you're dwelling on death, you better go to love because that's the that's the opposite. It's the only other thing that'll work. So has that
Exactly.
worked for you to
Yes.
fend off death?
When I was in love was the only moment. Yeah, that was true for me. Absolutely,
When you
absolutely.
were in, so you're not, are you currently not, or are you what? What's
No,
your,
no, no. I'm not in love. No, no.
all right.
Unfortunately.
Sorry
Yeah.
about that. And,
Yeah.
but what other trauma, I mean, I'm all for gossip. What other traumas have you experienced? What misery has marked your life, Bruno Giraldi?
Well, there is a big one that is the one I cannot tell you about because it's like the big the climax of the cabaret show.
Oh, yeah.
I reveal it there.
Oh, okay,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, and mostly because of that trauma is that people come to talk to me later and they feel so moved.
So,
I
yeah.
have, yeah, but I don't want to spoil it for the
So
people who
your
come.
your deep, heavy personal trauma you're holding back because you want people to see your show and pay money to hear it. I get it. I get it.
Exactly.
Totally. And by the way, the show again is Love or Death. It's a Don't Tell Mama. So have another a minute or two or three with Bruno Giraldi here. So we're just gonna, in a very light, happy, haha, fun way. But actually, let me ask you because as we have started with, you're Argentinian, but is your lineage? I mean, are you? Where are your family, your parents and grandparents from?
There is a mixture in Argentina of native Argentinians and Italian. Most of my heritage is Italian. Yeah,
Okay, I see. Because I was
so,
wondering, with all due respect, I also see Arab and Arabic in you, which could also
yeah.
explain why you are so ferociously anti-Israel. So,
No, no, I don't actually. No, no, none of my relatives are Arabic. I think that I have heard that in general, like in all the Americas, there has been like a mixture of Latinos, natives, Arabic, but I don't have any direct Arabic relative, and I don't even know any Arab in Argentina.
oh,
Yeah, we are most. I mean, at least in Buenos Aires, where I used to live, most of us are either Italian. Well, I mean, Italian
or
heritage. We
really
are not
old
Italian.
Germans. Yeah, well, yeah, but
You know that there is also a myth because the many Germans went, but the silly ones, the unimportant ones, went to the south of Argentina, which is true. But the important ones were the ones who went to NASA, the ones
yeah.
who
Werner
created
von Braun
NASA.
and all those, of course, yeah.
Exactly, the dangerous one went to those places. So people like demonized Argentina because of that, but anyway. But yeah, no, and I think I used to have one of my paternal grandmother. She was from her German heritage, I think.
Actually,
Yeah.
were you around? Were you compass mentis during, I honestly don't know the timeline, during the Perón era, or was that before you were? born
No,
or
yeah,
when you were
no,
a
that
kid?
was
Long,
no,
long
no,
before.
no, no, no. I wasn't even born. Yeah, that was Peron died in 73, 70 something,
Right.
and I
So,
was born in 87.
so no. Do your parents ever talk about them, like what it was like to live in that era?
It wasn't necessary because luckily we had a government that were the Kirchners not so long ago before this guy Macri, who applied the many of the Peronistic or Peronism policies, which are pretty much what Obama did here. You know, like for a internal production, national production, domestic production. You know, giving rights, human rights. They legalized what you call LGBTQ. It's not the word, but marriage. Um, they try to avoid mistakes that Peron did because Peron was in favor of the Nazis. That was something that we as the ones who support many of the policies, the national policies, we didn't like that foreign policy at all from this from my generation, and I know
Well,
the ones that
yeah.
yeah. So, but he and Evita, they did a lot for the people, for the Argentinian people. So, and I know that their domestic policies, and they were great. So yeah, I didn't need to know because up to this day, Argentina is divided between Peronism and anti-Peronism.
Even to now, that's interesting. That's yeah, well, we're still. I mean, here it's Reagan's been gone for like 50 years out of office, and still it's like, are you MAGA is Reagan? This is not Reagan. I get it. I get it. Now,
Yeah.
I want to remind people this is Bruno Giraldi. His show is called Love or Death. It's a Don't Tell Mama. This evening, 7 p.m. over on West 46th Street, so you can go see that. Last question for you, and I'm not, fuck the politics for now. What is like the worst, weirdest show you were ever in, or worst night you ever had on stage or doing a film or something? Like the worst.
Yeah, the worst. I think I was doing this play called Filippo, and the play was great, and I loved the play. But I had decided to that because it was a suicidal guy. I was the protagonist, the lead, and I was suicidal, and it was very difficult be living my Bruno's life and having to have that thing all the time there doing performances. So at a moment, we were traveling to do a special performance at a bigger theater. It was just one time performance, and there was going to be a lot of people, and that part was great that there was a lot of people. But I don't know what happened, that we were having a conversation. The director wanted to have a conversation on the bus and about something, and I said that I felt like it was very difficult for me to continue doing it because of this, and they kind of didn't like it because we all had worked a lot. Possibly I was the one who worked the most, but still they kind of got angry, and it was weird, and I wanted to leave. I was having a very miserable time when we were there, and I was far. It was like in the suburbs of Buenos Aires, so it wasn't like I couldn't take
You can walk
an
home. You're right. Yeah. Yeah.
exactly, or even take an Uber. I don't think Uber there was there, or a taxi. So yeah, I don't like to be in a place where I don't know where the exit is, or that's
As a philosopher, yes, absolutely.
yeah,
There is
yeah,
not no exit. There is exit. Yes.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, that was the worst time, I guess, the worst experience.
That's not such a terrible that other people have had much worse. So That should be the worst that you ever have. We have been talking with Bruno Giraldi. Go see his show Love or Death. I want to thank you so much for joining us in the neighborhood. I wish I could, yell at you for an hour about Israel, but I'm losing my voice. So just give Israel another thought. I mean, if you're thinking about it, and if there's literally civil wars going on in Sudan, Syria, Yemen, Myanmar, there's problems in Haiti and Congo, and everybody's focused on, Israel and the Palestinians. Maybe you could be the one who said, I think I'll talk about Haiti for a little bit, and leave Israel alone because Jews kind of need a place to go. Just want to tell you that. And I think it is good that you're having conversations with Jewish friends who are and aren't, so and you're able to get along without killing each other, which is one thing they can't do in the Middle East. So I'm glad about that. I mean, as you said, you have an open mind. You'll keep an open mind?
Yeah, absolutely, and that's why I accepted to do this interview, because, like I tell you, it's not like I have something against. It's something that I think that I have on behalf of, but this is my point of view.
Well, we have our points of view. We're far away on that, but we both love theater. We both love cabaret. And kind of like Argentina too. So we do have some stuff in common, and you can find out if you have things in common with Bruno Giraldi by going to Love or Death at Don't Tell Mama on Saturday night. This is tonight, August 15th. Thank you, Bruno, and shalom to you.
Shalom, Rabbi.